Okay, question time. How much time do you spend being recorded on a camera? Regardless of who you are, you probably inhabit some part of the following scale. On one end, we have like the Brad Pitts of the world that are just ready to go whenever a camera is present. They're like, give me the close-up, I got this. And then they one take it, and then they send their notes to Brad Pitt and be like, dude, I'm gonna put you out of work. On the other end of the scale, we have folks that are probably looking for like a Harry Potter style, like, invisibility cloak, where they can just disappear and never be seen again. And that's totally cool. Regardless of whichever end of the scope or spectrum that you are on, I feel like 2020 has all of us, regardless of where you work, regardless of what you do, being recorded by a camera more than ever before. That is probably the reason why I get this question a lot. And that's Ferg. Can you make me look good on camera? And to that, the answer is simple. As a part of being a professional photo and video guy, one of the reasons that I like to think that I get hired is it's my job to make you look your best on camera at all times. In a world where digital content marketing, digital content production, Zoom meetings, Zoom lectures, networking, all that happens through a lens, it can probably be a bit of a source of like anxiety, like I'm a little nervous, like not really ready for those visual components to be recorded, and that's cool. And similarly, if you're someone that is ready for your close-up, that Brad Pitt style of human that is okay with being recorded, you're probably also looking for ways that you can elevate yourself and make sure that you're still putting your best foot forward when you're being recorded. I have a few tips and tricks that I roll out at any given point in time, and inevitably there's some things I can do with like types of lights, types of cameras to help you look your best if we end up working together or doing things together on a shoot, but they all come from fundamental rules. And I kind of want to share those today, so hopefully I don't even have to be there and you can help yourself look even better when you present yourself through a lens. So those tips, those fundamental tips, those learnings are as follows. And there's 3 of them. Number 1 is you want to make sure that when you're positioning a camera, it's at a higher angle. Like if I'm up like this, you can see like up my nose, you can see like my chin, and I also have like no neck now, which is like not ideal at all. Similarly, if I'm too down low, then you can only see my eyes, and that's not good either. This camera right now is probably angled down about like 10-15 degrees, and what that's gonna do for me and for you is kind of accentuate your jawline. It's gonna make you look a little bit lighter on camera. Like it literally will dispel that entire camera, that's 10 pounds. So if you're recording your content, or even if you're doing Zoom, just get that camera at least at eye level, like perpendicular to you, or a little bit higher and shoot down. But if it's as simple as someone wanting to go on a Facebook Live, don't do this, do this. Just pivot it up a little bit and you'll be good to go. Now, Ferg, you may say, that's old hat. I already know that one. Okay, I see you. Here's step number 2. Step number 2 is really simple, and that just means taking a quick look at the quality of light that you're filming yourself in. And that can be done by literally holding your hand up, kind of like what I'm doing right now, and look at the way the shadows are falling. Right now I have like some decent light, nothing super harsh, nothing super crazy. Now if you go out in direct sunlight, you're gonna get crevices and weirdness, and it's gonna be really weird. And if it's weird looking on your hand, it's gonna be weird looking on your face. So here are the solutions. If you're inside, don't shoot without some sort of a light source. For example, I'm using a production light right now, but if I turn that off, this is what we look like. And this is with a production level camera. So imagine what your phone is going to do. Now that's not to say that your phone can't get good image quality. Here's what I mean by that. This is a side-by-side comparison of what's going on. We have the production camera, which like is doing its thing, it's doing its best, but my phone is having the same issues, and roundabout, they're giving me the same results. However, if I go for a quick little walk, just over to an open window, all of a sudden I look inviting again, like a real human you want to have a conversation with. So make sure you're looking for your light sources. Boom. Okay, if you're shooting with available light sources, that's totally cool. Some favorites of mine include windows, going to windows if you're indoor, and if you're outdoor, find a shaded area, because then the light's gonna be nice and similar right across the frame. Okay, now you may be the angle master, you might be a lighting wizard, but what's the third piece that you can do? The third piece, and this is like for all you masters that think you have point number 1 and point number 2 down, is literally do a little bit of research, a very little bit of research about some of the gear that you can add to your phone to help bolster your production quality. My biggest suggestions for right now are a tripod, because then you can work on framing a scene that has good light and you can control your angle instead of having to be like all over the place. It's gonna like lock things off, make things look a little more stable, and then just up to you to present and to perform. And you can use your hands and it's a little bit more chilled out. You can also look at things like audio, maybe a ring light. And if you're interested in suggestions on some of the things I think you should potentially get to elevate yourself past what just your available resources would allow, drop me a comment down below and I'll help connect you with some of the different tools that you can use to start looking better on camera, maybe a little sooner. But if that's not your jam, just do point 1, point 2. Those are free, those are easy. That's just a little bit of knowledge. Hopefully that's helpful to you, and we'll chat soon.